Hello,
Hi Basim,
كيفكم؟
good and
يلا آه هنبلش بالكيسز. Okay. This is small case. طلعوا بالquestion what are some possible challenges they may encounter given the type of business for which they are consulting. Make suggestions as to how they could proceed with their plan. And would you recommend opening the new branches? What factors should be taken into consideration? So أنا نعرف إنه في شيء قصة about branches و need to open a branch و identify the type of the business, something like that. Always read the question so to know exactly what to look for whenever you are reading. So we start. You have kill paragraph or kill line. I'm going to stop and start asking questions. You have been hired as a consultant for a small independent restaurant firm that currently has 3 units in your hometown. Ahmad,
yes,
anything you need to stop at or
yes في عنا small independent.
okay?
عادة عادة السمول independent ما بيكون عندهم هالقد financial power و negotiation power بس between suppliers او اذا بده يفتحوا بعد branches فحس هي
Okay. بس هيك. طيب أنا small independent restaurant firm, a small independent person ولا small independent family that currently have 3 units. 3 units, same concept, same menu, or different concept, different menu. In my hometown, how far those units are away from each other. هيك بتبلش فكر. So they have drawn up a strategic plan. شفت؟ They have. مش he or she has. They have automatically بتقول لك لكان this is a family. Okay? They يعني it's many person. But she independent, small one. 2, 3 partners, 4 partners, I have no idea. But رح نبلش انه they have uh, drawn up a strategic plan in which the major strategic project for the next year is to open 6 more units in surrounding states. Angelica,
Basim.
yalla.
Okay, so we have to see 6 more units in surrounding states. We have to see إنه 6 more units. Is it مثل ما قلت أنت same concept, same menu, or it's gonna be a different concept? With surrounding states, we have to know أي states. We have to see إنه does the menu work with this state or it doesn't work.
Okay.
شو كمان؟
ما بعرف.
بس هيك.
بس طيب. Let's suppose انت you have a restaurant and you invited me to criticize your food or to comment on your food. Okay?
إيه.
Why did you invite me to criticize on your food?
Oh, I know maybe you have you have good taste. Maybe I don't know.
So why you did not invite Elia or Ahmad?
Maybe لأنه you criticize a lot and you talk and know what you see wrong. Maybe the others they don't. You know, maybe they're shy to talk what's wrong.
Okay. They have drawn a strategic plan. Do they know what is a strategic plan? Do they know what are the components of the strategic plan? Based on what they did come up with that plan? What is their education? What is their background? What kind of research they did to come up with the strategic plan? ما حكينا بالسبق about the strategic plan, operative goal, operational goal, SWOT analysis, stakeholders, different things. Did they know about all those factors that you have to take them into consideration? Or خلاص انه عندهم 3 restaurant وعندهم يمكن financial power, خلاص let's open 6 restaurants. Based on what you decide انه you need to open 6 restaurants. ليه مش 5؟ ليه مش 7؟ ليه مش 4؟ What make you decide on 6؟ متفقين؟ They have asked you to provide them with some information on how to effectively implement this strategic project. Noor,
Yes.
anything you have to comment on this sentence or no need to?
No need to, but I want to add no 6 restaurants, 6 units is way too much for 1 year. And you don't know if it's going to work or
Okay.
not.
Okay.
And it's not a good plan. It's not very effective. It's not going to be very effective
طيب رح أعطيك أنا
to open 6.
What is the purpose of inviting me to come and comment on your restaurant if deep inside your mind, you stuck with the idea that my restaurant is perfect? What's the purpose? ليش عم تعذبيني واجي واعمل لك evaluation للرestaurant if you think that your restaurant is perfect and nothing will change your mind?
It's not very, it's kind of wasting their time and your
Something's
time.
wrong.
بيكونوا هن they think إنه they're not very they don't really think إنه it's perfect. They
No,
want someone to
they need information from me to effectively implement their strategic project. What if based on the information that I realize, it contradicts with their strategic project? هن شو طالبين منك to provide them with information on how to effectively implement. يعني did they take a decision to implement it, or it is negotiable based on the information that I will provide? They will decide if they go with the project or they will not go with the project. يعني تخيلي انا كأنه عم اقول لك بليز باسم اعطيني انفورميشن انه انا خلص بدي افتح 6 مطاعم، بس اعطيني انفورميشن انه كيف بدي افتحهم. برك انت you did something wrong. You did the wrong decision. Should I tell you that you did a wrong decision? And would you take care my recommendation into consideration, yes or no? لاحظوا اول باراجراف قد ايه عم يعطينا information. بعد summarize انه there is a strategic plan taken by this family. I don't know if they are family members, they are partners, they are friends, ما بعرف. But what I know so far, it is they. يعني it's more than one. أخذوا decision إنه they need to open. They have been in business for how long ما بعرف. What I know that they have 3 units. Are they doing well? I don't know. Do they make profit? I don't know. Have been in business for so many years? I don't know. شو skills qualification تبع هدول البارتنرز ما بعرف. All what I know, they called me. They have a strategic plan to open next year 6 branches, and they need information from me. This is what the case so far. Tia, Mademoiselle Tia.
Yes, person.
Yeah. The company is family owned and operated. جاوبتنا على أول سؤال. 3 brothers make the corporate team. This is the first written strategic plan they have ever had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we know here and who makes the decision and who has more power between these 3 brothers, and if they all have equal authorities, or if someone has more authority than the other? Shouldn't we know this command to
Right.
see who should we deal with?
Feel like if they say make up يعني equally, no?
هيدي okay. Family owned. Basically 3 brothers should be corporate team. يعني هن فوق بالفيرست جروب تبع الجولز. اوكي. هن بياخذوا الكوربريت. بعدين طب what else should you comment Tia?
That it's the first written strategic plan that they ever had, which means
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait. This is the first written strategic plan. Written, documented, research. It doesn't mean that it's the first time they sit together, they come with a decision. لا يمكن طب أنا based on what did you open the first 3 units? If there was
Based on
no
the past
written
discussion.
strategic plan, what was then your strategic plan?
Just discussions.
Orally, verbally, based on what did you do the research? اوكي هلا خليني سوري كنت عم اطشي كثير هلا go for it. Before this time يعني بهال3 units they function only with the plan that were discussed but not written down. Currently, there is no consistent method of communicating between corporates and the units. Oh, sorry. Okay. So أنا راح أجي هون. Comment on this one.
They could have been just discussing goals of what they want the organization like to achieve, and because there wasn't any communicating between the corporate headquarters and the units, they couldn't possibly know يعني what the 3 brothers were planning for the future.
طيب. Think about operation. بديك تشيلي راسك شوي فكري about operation. If there is no written strategic plan.
There's no policies.
يعني
There's
أكيد
no standards.
there is no what?
Standards.
برافو عليك. There is a strategic plan, it is not written. I start wondering, do they have written recipe? Do they have an operation manual? Do they have job description, job specification writing? Do they have a ما بعرف cleaning sheet? Do they have specification for their item? Do they have pricing strategy, formula, different things? Do they have P&L? Do they have an income statement? Do they have costing sheets? Do they have inventory sheets? Do they have prep and pull chart? Is a strategy they don't have it in writing. يعني كأنا عم اقول لك I don't clean the front of the house. Do you think I will clean back of the house? If I will not clean what the customer can see, do you think I will clean what the customer cannot see? بتطلع, do they have temperature control? Do they have hazard analysis? How they monitor their food? How they control their food? هذول كلهم it has to be written. لازم يكون في عندك standard, عندك form, عندك guidelines. ما بعرف. Currently, there is no consistent method of communicating between corporate and the units. يعني أنا هول three brothers that are sitting in the corporate. يعني الكوربريت هي بالمزرعة وعندهم 3 units, واحدة بالحمراء, واحد ببردان, واحد بالدورة. Those 3 units ما في consistent communication مع الكوربريت. How do they know about the sales per day? What is the cost per day? How do they place orders? كيف يعملوا inventory? If case صار في عندي complaint issue, there is no consistent method of communicating. شو يعني consistent method? ساعة بيمشي الفون, ساعة ما بيمشي الفون. Do we have emails? Do we have WhatsApp? What kind of communication is being used in order not to have انه ما عندي a consistent communication? مست اشوف. Exactly, ما في standard. بعدين مين هلا؟ مشي زيدان.
Yes, Bassem.
Most direction يعني are done via phone or one of the brothers stop by the units and talk with the manager. A computer information system has been discussed, but finances are a stumbling block. Stumbling block يعني it's an issue. So يلا.
انه first of all كرمال الموست directives انه the decisions that they take are not always official, like you know they don't do a meeting or something unless one of the brothers is passing by the corporate in a restaurant, فانه there are no standards مثل ما كنا عم نحكي قبل.
ايه شو معناتها؟
انه it identifies that انه corporate انه is not organized او انه ما بعرف كيف اشرح لك ايه, انه زي كانه في اهمال.
من وين جبت لي هيدي اهمال؟
انه بالمعنى انه they are not انه they don't do official decisions, انه اذا حدا منهم للبروثرز are passing by the restaurant انه they just do like talks with the manager or something, انه ما في like a monthly meeting or something.
Take example. Most directives are done by phone, while your direction, your goals does change on a daily basis. أنا whenever I want to go and manage a McDonald's, كل يوم عندي direction or في عندي special things that I have to do. But I know my
Special
target,
thing.
I know my goal, I know my objective. I don't need to have every single day direction. Do we change the way of doing the business on a daily basis in order to be addressed via phone كل يوم? Or whenever one of the brothers stop by the unit and talk with the manager, they come up with a new policy, new goal, new strategy. شوفي فيها. أنا كل ما بدي يجي لعندي الاريا مانجر بتاع ماكدونالد يعني we are changing the way of doing business. Second, you want to open 6 more units and you don't have the finance to buy a computer system. Which one is more expensive? Opening 6 more units ولا تشتري software؟
اكيد ال 6 units.
لا شوف كيف فيها؟ هون في contradiction. 6 plus 3 صرنا 9. How can you manage the 9 if you don't have a software, something that will link all the 9 together? Is that this is how you way to do it? And no, 3 units, 3 brothers. So كل brother go to 1 unit وبيخبروا direction. So now you have 9 units. You don't have 9 brothers. How you will go and visit all the 9? They are not in the same city. They are in surrounding city. يلا. The money that is
Bassem,
نعم.
the thing is انه they're not organized اول شيء وثاني شيء before expanding there are more انه there are priorities that they should do انه معقول they don't have a computer information system for them the priority is expanding انه they're internally weak اصلا. How are they thinking of expanding?
You started with the question. نحن we are analyzing what we have. But you did انت بلشتي number 2. Elia. طيب نرجع لنور. جمال بيت جمال. نور. يلا.
Yes.
The money that is going to finance the new units is coming primarily from family inheritance. The brother have been unable to agree on where to get outside funding if it is needed. What did you understand from this one?
They don't even know how they're going to هن ضايعين. They don't know what they're doing. Is that they don't have financial help. كيف عندهم plan إنه they want to open 6 more, 5 more units. They need to find like investors who are donating something.
Where do you think they have financial issue?
They're just using from their family inheritance. That's all the financial they have. غير revenue هيك من
I'll take an example. What do I mean by family inheritance? عيد الشهر من هون. You got family inheritance, $2 million. Was it good or bad?
No, I guess it's good. You got $2 million.
But currently the 2 million that are at the bank. Can you take anything out?
هلا هون لا.
Okay. بعد لك اياها ثاني شيء.
بس you could invest you could invest.
Family inheritance, is it assets? Is it stocks? Is it shares? Or is it cash? Cash يعني عندك immediate liquid cash. You could directly invest them. But assets, wait till you sell those assets. يمكن inheritance, its assets has no value. انت وردتي اراضي ما لها قيمه. The brother unable to agree on where to get outside financing if it is needed. If they need extra cash till now, they don't know where to get it. They don't know where to get it. They don't know, or they are not prepared to apply for outside funding. It's a big difference. يعني Tia, she wants to travel, okay, but she cannot go to the bank and she's not qualified to get a loan from the bank. Or she doesn't know where she will get the money from. هلا اللي شو بتأثر. If you don't know, I will tell you where to go. But if you know where to get them, but you are not internally ready to apply for them, that's something else. ما عندي balance sheet، ما عندي income statement، ما عندي forecast. And أول شيء البنك رح يجي يقول لي show me the performance of these 3 units. I have nothing in writing. ما عندي software، ما عندي balance sheet، ما عندي income statement, not whatsoever. وإذا قال لي what is your marketing plan for the 6 more, I don't have. So how can I apply for a loan? فهمنا كيف you need to analyze them? Okay. What are some possible challenges they may encounter given the type of business for which they are consulting? شو challenges? What could be the challenges? هلا إذا نحطهم كلهم مع بعض, all the question, look at the challenges. I don't know how the 3 brothers are working together. Are they in good terms, or they have different opinion, different vision? This is some of the challenges. Does all the 3 brothers make up the decision, or I have to talk to each one and convince him about what's supposed to be done? Deal? بعدين.
Yes.
What is the new role of those 3 brothers? Will they keep on visiting the units, talking to the manager, يعطون information regarding direction, directive, everything? Or the roles will be changed and they will communicate through another method? More challenge. Are they willing to change their mentality, the way they do business, if the way they were doing it is a wrong way? يعني, example, if I approach them and I will tell them, before you even open 6 more units, let's do اللي شرحناها بس an internal analysis. Let's review internally our strengths and weaknesses, and let's improve on those weaknesses. Will they take that into consideration, yes or no? Or خلاص they are stubborn and regardless what internally, we will go with opening 6 more units? Holy challenges. Another challenge. Will they open the same concept? how do you know that this concept might work in that specific city? ما بعرف. Or we have to change the concept. We have to come up with a new idea. Other challenge. Will they be willing to invest in buying a computer software? Yes or no? Before they do anything. Another challenge. Will they take my recommendation to proceed or not to proceed with the plan? Yes or no? Will they change their strategic plan if it is necessary? Yes or no? في كتير consultation بتصير انه whenever you sit down مع the client, مش the client will not be interested in you. You are not interested in the client, regardless how much he's paying you. You need to understand something. It is his money, his investment. At the end, it is your reputation. يعني إذا أنا عندي a certain standard to do a wedding, and a customer come to me and ask me to organize a wedding below my standard, if I am after the money only, I will go for it. But if I have to maintain my image in the market, I will not go for it. And عندي image. It is known that Mr. X does those type of weddings. If you switch, you are losing the momentum, you are losing your reputation, you are losing the branding image اللي عملتها لحالك. So هذا number one. Number two, make suggestions as how they could proceed with their plan. And before I even proceed with their plan, I have to convince myself, should I proceed with that plan? Should I modify the plan? Modify it partially? Modify it completely, change it? Or I will not go with that plan? So, to answer that, I need to sit down with them. Based on what did you come up with the strategic plan? رح بلش بsimple question. How long you have been these 3 units? You have 3 units in 1 year. Not logical, feasible to open 6 in the 2nd year of operation. Even if they were very successful. But أنا before doing anything, I need to sit down على strategic plan. احنا شو فيها؟ فيها goals, فيها internal analysis, external analysis, فيها the plan itself, what you are supposed to be doing. الجول تبعهم they need to open 6 more branches. بس خلص. هلا بدي اشوف same concept, not the same concept, same environment, not the same environment. That's totally different issue. بس انا اهم شيء بدي اطلع based on what they came up with that decision. What kind of research, what kind of data they did, what kind of information they were involved in the research. Did they visit those states or but just لأنه surrounding states? Did they actually went to those states? Did they identify the location? Based on what عملوا location with هيدا location. So هولي كلهم I'm giving suggestions for them. Where is your profit and loss statement? Where is your feasibility study? Where is your forecast sales? Where is the next 5 years vision تبعيتها؟ قبل ما نوصل في الهول, what is your mission statement? You are in the business to do what? What kind of business, what kind of message you are trying to give to your stakeholders? Would you recommend opening new branches? What factors should be taken into consideration? After doing my homework as a consultant, analyze the performance of the 3 units. Out of the 3 units that haven't done enough money to buy a software, that's risky. That's something I need to stop at. And what kind of software they need to install? شو we have software يلي الفاينانس كان an issue. I could have a software that cost me $10,000. When يمكن basically they are buying a software that's $2 million, irrelevant to their business. They don't need it. And I need to see what kind of information that the software need to be generated in order to help them manage properly their business. Based on that, I will see how much does it cost. Then I will find why it was a stumbling block. Is it stumbling block لأنه الفاينانسينج في حدا منهم he wants to pay في حدا he doesn't wants to pay شيء they don't have the money, it's something else. If you don't have the money to buy a software, do you think someone will give you the money to expand 6 more units? The expansion, why is it their own money they have to invest, or they expand but they sell franchise? So هول كلهم things that you have to start thinking of before I'm giving recommendation, before I giving anything in return. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen an operation manual. I haven't seen a very simple question. You open 6 more branches. Based on what you will announce this restaurant? What is your job description? Do you have them? What is the qualification of the manager that you are going to hire? What is the hours of operation? Which state? How many days that will open? Who are the suppliers in those states? Would you have a centralized purchasing? Well, you buy, each restaurant will buy from a different supplier. If it is a centralized purchasing, do we have our own specifications? This is basically all those that we talk about. This is what you are supposed to answer. And I cannot give a recommendation unless I have answered to my list question that I just listed right now. But the food by detail. How much is your food cost? Your labor cost. هون لما تعملوا your SWOT analysis first before going to the outside اللي هن external opportunity. Open 6 more units. Are we internally qualified to open 6 more units? And there is a big difference between Jamal, Muhammad, Noor. هن هذا 3 أشخاص. Jamal is managing 1, Muhammad is managing 1, Noor is managing 1. Does Jamal know how to manage 2 to 3 units? Does Noor, she has the qualification and the time to manage 2 to 3 units? Or would you accept Jamal, Muhammad, Noor, shift on the site? You maintain the corporate position, and you will hire managers to manage those 9 units, and you won't be involved in their day operation. Do you implement a centralized management decision or a decentralized management decision? هول كلهم I need to find a reply for it before I can give recommendation. Deal?
Yeah.
This is how the case. It's a small case study, and what we solve right now are 10% of what you are supposed to be asking for. يعني إذا عندهم profit loss statement ورestaurant بدي يفوت menu scoring، بدي يفوت menu engineering، بدي يفوت مع السبلايرز. Who is your supplier? Why did you select that supplier? شو negotiation skills that you are implementing. بدنا نحكي volume discount، بدنا نحكي quantity discount، بدنا نحكي cash discount. كلهم هول بدنا نحكيهم. لأنه بدي أشوف internally هن do they have a strong ground to expand or it is not time to expand. يمكن internally it is not time to expand. يمكن economically it's not time to expand. Financially it's not time to expand. Politically it's not time to expand. Safety, security is not time to expand. So different factors that we'll take into consideration. I'm not sure if they took all the factors into consideration. Clear?